Hello students, this is module 5 part 2. The heading is a generic digital switching system model. These are the contents to be covered in this syllabus. In this video I will try to cover the first three topics, that is introduction, hardware architecture, software architecture. You will be getting one standard question on hardware architecture and software architecture. So in the introduction they'll be telling you about what are hypothetical digital switch, that means how they'll work. Already you know what is class 5, it is the lower level of the switching where the subscribers are connected. So here you are going to know how the hardware and software are connected from lower level to higher level. And in the scope, so they'll be telling about clearly what are all the hardware at each level, because already you have studied level 1, level 2, level 3. So here we'll be concentrating on hardware and software, how the call is connected, how subscriber, that is called subscriber, is connected to calling subscriber, and how you can recover at level 1, level 2. Such types of things are covered in this module. This is the first most expected question from this module. Explain the generic hardware architecture of a digital switching system. Already I hope you have studied this diagram in a different way. You know how to connect the modules to IC, then IC to NCP, CP. Only this connection is known to you along with switching fabric. But along with this, so you'll be having disks, that is used for storage, and tape units and printer if you want to print the data of the subscriber. And I hope you know about maintenance control, which will maintain office data and translation data. We'll try to just concentrate on the topics. First one is the higher level where you have CP, central processor, then NCP, network control processor, IC, this is interface controller, IM means interface modules. Earlier you may be knowing about line modules and trunk module. Other than that you'll be having remote module and you'll be having some service module also. These will call it as data module and remote module. All these modules comes under IM, interface module. And one subscriber to other subscriber connection depend on the switching fabric, that is SF. We'll try to study one by one. I hope you know why the shadow is given for NCP and CP. NCP and CP are main parts of the hardware architecture. Because of that, those will be duplicated. And here ICs, n number of ICs are connected to NCP, and all NCPs are interconnected to the central processor. We'll try to go through central processor first. So in the central processor, usually it is level 3, we'll call it as primary processor. And as already I told you, always it is duplicated, because if one central processor fails, whole switching system is disconnected. For that you'll be having one duplicate processor, that means standby processor. And what it will provide means, it will provide system wide control of switching system, that means overall control is given for CP. Then afterwards it will support the second level. So which is your second level? Second level is NCP. And the central processor has lots of responsibilities. It will be supporting higher level function. So that means how to maintain IC, how to maintain NCP, such are higher level functions. Then it has three main function, we'll be calling it as OAM. O stands for operation, then A stands for administration, the last one is maintenance. So to maintain any administration, it may be school, college or whatever it is, so these three are important. So for a switching system also these three are important. So we'll be calling it as OAM, operation, administration and maintenance. Along with that, as CP is higher level, the system recovery is very critical. As you already know, the system recovery, that means if one central processor fails, it is very critical to recover it, because it will be maintaining all office data and subscriber data. And if it is maintaining all office data, it support the billing system, right? In earlier landline system you'll be getting bills, those were generated by the billing system. with the assistance of a register called AMA, that is automatic message accounting register. Then we have second level, that is what is called NCP. So if CP is primary processor means NCP is a secondary processor, and this NCP is also duplicated. And this also provides medium call processing functions. So that means it won't provide higher level, it will be between your interface modules and CP. And afterwards it will be assisting in setting path through switching fabric. That means because NCP is connected to IC and IC is connected to modules with the assistance of switching fabric, so to connect and disconnect it to subscriber, it will be helping the switching fabric. Then NCP, how many number of NCPs can be connected to one particular central processor, that is important. You can have many number of NCPs which may be connected, but it depends on size of class 5 CO. So that means how many subscribers are connected for class 5, that depends on the size of the NCP. And afterwards it may be depending on interface with IC, because for one IC you may be having 4 modules, and all those n number of ICs are connected to NCP, means it also depend on number of modules which are connected to IC. Then afterwards it keep track of all particular calls connected to IC, because after NCP the next level is IC, means it has to keep track of all the calls related to IC. Then NCP the second level, and after that second level it interface with the central processor and it update the call paths regularly. That means regularly the call has to be updated with the assistance of central processor. So the two are over. The next is interface controller. Usually in the interface controller you'll be having two different types of the switch. One is time switch and another one is space switch. You are going to study these types of the switches in module 4. So most of the interface modules uses time switching, that is for NCP, and NCP is always called TST switch. That means between two time switches you are going to use space switch. Most of the digital switching system processor uses this IC, so that is concentrator for incoming lines. Then as I told, you'll be having more number of interface modules. LM means the line modules, and if you want to get extensions it is trunk modules, and special modules are nothing but data modules and remote modules. So you may be knowing about LM. LM may be having single line termination or many line termination, and it will be connected using smart line cards. So usually line cards are connected inside the processor, so those will be getting scanning line, because the first function of switching is scanning. That means before attending you need to scan the line, then observe how many number of the digits they'll be dialing, then supervise the call. Afterwards, so you connect the call, then afterwards you need to monitor the call also. That means interface modules uses every functions which actually stops at advanced intelligent network also. That means it will use the feature software also, which will be connected for interface modules through interface remote modules. So then the most important part in the hardware architecture is switching fabric. Switch means what? It has to connect one subscriber, calling subscriber to called subscriber. Most of the digital switching system use at least one space switch, that means one S switch, and the concentrator. So concentrator is nothing but extensions which is used for switching exchange. The concentrator uses T switch, and afterwards S switch is used for all NCPs. That means NCPs use only space switch. So in some cases, so it may be having different switching fabric also. That means what is a particular use of the switching fabric means just to connect and disconnect using S type of switch. So that is about hardware architecture. Now the second important question is explain the switch software. That means generally what type of software is needed at each level. So 3 levels, 3 different types of software. That is level 1, this is lower level, level 2 middle one, and the higher level is level 3. You can observe in the diagram, system level software, it has 3 options: maintenance, call processing, database software. And again in the call processing, because you have NCPs, so after NCP you have IC. The problem of IC is it has controller software, and NCP it is related to network software, and your interface modules, that is LM, TM, every module is connected for PS, that means peripheral software. System level software is related to central processor, and the calling processor is connected to network NCP processor, then to IC processor softwares, then to peripheral softwares. Let us know what is the main function of it. In the system level software, it also looks at system level, that means how to employ it, and of course it will be having multitasking OS, that means so whenever you'll be having a higher level software, in the diagram you can observe that it is maintaining again call processing, again database software, that means multitasking. Again the function of OS is to control each application, that means it can control any application. And the basic system level software has 3 options, right? Maintenance, call processing, database. And in the maintenance software, so in the earlier module already we have gone through how many maintenance softwares are there. 80% of the effort depend only on maintenance. So to maintain any organization or to have any organization, maintenance is the important one. You need to go for it. The maintainability is grouped into 2. The maintenance may be done by the suppliers, or the maintenance may be done by the site owners. So for example, suppliers means they need to add patches if any error occurs, and they need to do continuous monitoring, regression testing, everything that has to be done by only supplier. Software maintenance means so they need to upgrade the software, that means generic basic software, what we call it as generic software, so that has to be maintained by the site owners. These are the 2 types of maintenance. And again you have call processing, right? See here, call processing has 2 options shown here, and you have third option called peripheral software. This NCP is related to network software, IC controller software, then to the modules it is peripheral software. See here, same thing is written here. The high level function is related to central processor, and medium level function is related to NCP, and you have low level functions which are related to interface and IM modules, that means controller and IM modules. Though high level functions are nothing but to maintain it, and it should be duplicated, and in the median level it has to connect your lower level to higher level, and in the low level functions it has to maintain how many number of line modules and trunk modules has to be connected. Then the last one is database software, where it has to record office data, office information, and system recovery and everything. So because you need to go through every processor, so wherever you have, so you need to concentrate on this one. See, if you remember this diagram easily you can go through. So how the system level software works, maintenance, call processing, database. So if you remember it easily you can answer this question. So I'll cover the next topic in the next video. Thank you.